Hey, I'm Trapper Terry and welcome to another adventure. So today, I'm gonna show all of you out there the 5 best natural areas in Palm Beach County to go hiking, take your kids exploring, look at wildlife, beautiful trees. And these 5 spots, the reason I'm gonna tell you, I always keep everything secret, but I want people to check it out and support nature. And these were paid by the Palm Beach County citizens. All our taxes that were set aside bought these natural areas, and they'll be here forever in the future for many generations. So follow me along in the adventure. All right, so there's a very important thing about going hiking in these natural areas. I want to tell you, these are some of the things that you're going to actually see. You may see turtles, gopher tortoises, butterflies, different birds, squirrels, raccoons, and rabbits. This is the map right here. You want to stay on these trails. They're really easy to follow. And listen, when hiking, you got to be careful. I bring a backpack, I bring water, I bring backup water. I have 2 ice packs in this backpack. I have a first aid kit. I also have some fruit, some snacks, just real simple stuff to stay hydrated. And if you feel kind of weak, you can have some snacks or fruit. So that's very important. Another thing, look at me. Maybe I look funny to you, but I'm not looking funny because guess what? My skin is pretty much all covered from the hot sun, and it's hot. It's like 93 degrees out. I got a hat. I got one of these gator necks to pull up over my face for the sun. I'm all covered up. And the other thing I want to tell you about, if you want to stay cool, my dad taught me this trick. I'm going to run over to a shower in a second and just get completely wet. So this all will stay wet, and when the wind blows on me, it's kind of like when you sweat, it'll keep you cool. Here's the trick. All you got to do is just get wet. Just go into the shower. So I just turn it on. You get completely wet before you go hiking, because see, your clothes and your rash guard and everything's going to be totally wet. So when the wind blows on you, you'll stay a lot cooler hiking. And you have water as well along the way. So that's very important. I wouldn't go hiking and recommend on this 93 degree day out in the woods without water and stuff all over you. All right, let's go get them. Number 5 on the count, natural area, and it is Juno Dunes oceanfront. We got oceanfront on one side and all this beautiful scrub right up here. Scrub means like saw palmettos, cabbage palms, different types of little oak trees, and we're gonna go check it out. So now I'm all wet and cool. I got all my lunch, I got my snacks, my water. Let's go hiking. A really cool thing about this Juno Dunes natural area, the number 5 spot, a lot of them don't have this, but this has all this really cool information here posted along the way. So if you're hiking with your kids or just family or just by yourself, check it out, you'll learn a lot. There's some really neat things about the Native American Indian tribes that used to live here, all the native vegetation and animals. So let's go check it out. I feel like I'm in a tropical jungle in Asia, but I'm in Florida. How neat is this? Hey everybody, so this right here, this spider, take a look at it right there. I'm gonna get up pretty close to it. See that bugger right there? See how close I am? He doesn't like that, I don't wanna bother him. But that is an orb weaver, that's what it's called. Otherwise known as the banana spider. That's what I used to call them. Now, when I was a kid, I was scared to death of those things. I thought if they jumped on you, they'd light you up like a firecracker and you'd be screaming in pain. There it is, an orb weaver, and this time of the year in the summer, they're everywhere. So don't mess with them, let them go in peace, and just check them out. That's some wildlife back here. All right. Alrighty, so I've been exploring this area. It's pretty hot out. So I'm gonna fly a drone up in the air and show you an aerial view of this whole natural area, how pretty it is. And each natural area that we're gonna go to, we'll fly a drone so you can see it. So 2 of the native trees I got to show you here. One right here, look at this, wild coffee. You can actually take, those are little coffee beans right there. You can take those, when they turn into like they're red or whatever, you dry them out, you can make coffee out of them. Over here, you see this tree that's peeling? Come take a close look at this, guys. You see that peeling off the tree? That is called a gumbo limbo. But guess what the nickname of it is? the tourist tree, or tourist tree, however you want to say it, tomato, tomato. And you know why? When someone comes down and they're a tourist and they're not used to the hot sun in Florida, look at this. Their skin peels just like the tree. That is a cool tree, check it out. All right, let's go see the next area we're gonna go explore. All right, everybody, we're at the #4 natural area, and it is called Juno Dunes, right over there. And let me point out something to you, right behind me. Look at all these, what do they look like, little plums or big berries? Those are cocoa plums. The Native Americans used to eat them. I eat them, they're delicious. Wait till they get nice and plump, like about this big, because look, they're only about this size right now, but when they get about that big, nice and plump, and they're soft on the outside, they taste kind of like a apple, not too sweet, mixed with like a plum. Pretty interesting flavor, but if you're ever hungry and want a quick snack, there you go. Alrighty, over here, real fast, I'm gonna point out, this is the #4 area, Juno Dunes. It's a great area to come to and hike. It's really a big area too, and if you hike through it, it takes you all the way to the Intracoastal Waterway. So let me just walk over here real fast. Here's the map of it, Juno Dunes. This is, by the way, these two locations, these first two, real easy to find. If you know where the Loggerhead Marine Life Center is, the one on the other side that we were just at, the #5 location, is located there, and the Juno Dunes is right over here. This is the other one on the other side of the road. So if you go from Loggerhead, cross US 1, here you are. And follow me over here, I want to show you one other thing. This is really cool. These are animals I've actually seen here. You see these leopard frogs, they jump real far. You got all these beautiful birds, ospreys, woodpeckers. Look over here, I've even seen bobcats, and it shows right there a bobcat. So if you, oh, and right here I saw one of these one day, a North American river otter. Way back in there, look over this way real quick. See out there? Look at that beautiful, vast area out there. That's all scrub, saw palmettos, all different types of little oak trees, and then way in the distance are slash pines, big pine trees with pine cones. And over on this side, there's a wetland. It's really cool. So we're gonna fly the drone up and get you an aerial view so you can see the wetland, the whole area, and you'll also get to see way out there in the distance, the Intracoastal Waterway. If you hike all the way down, you can go swimming down there or fishing. All right, let's go check it out with the drone. All right, we're at the #3 spot, the #3 natural area, and it is Jupiter Ridge. Real easy to find. We were just at Loggerhead at the Juno Dunes. If you drive north for approximately 2 miles on US 1, on the west side of the road, you'll see Juno Dunes sign out front. This is another one of our great natural areas, preserved and paid for by our county taxes, and they put it to good use this time. They saved all this beautiful land out here. So we're gonna go and fly the drone, show you an aerial view of it, all the critters that are out here. We have gopher tortoises right there. Over here on this side, there's a few other things I wanna mention that they didn't have in the other one that you see more here in this dry scrub area. Look at this. I've seen them here before, great fox. And I've even seen coyotes, but they're not on here for some reason, and they don't bother you. I've seen them I've heard them, if you hear a coyote, they're gonna sound like Native American Indians. They sound like, yeah, 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 and you'll know right away what it is. But they're out there, and take a look, right over there. Beautiful, those are all sand pines. Beautiful sand pines that live out there in that nice white sand. So all right, follow us along. We're gonna fly the drone and show you an aerial view, and I'll do a little hiking. Alrighty, we're at the number 2 natural area. And believe it or not, I didn't realize, but these natural areas are all connected. So remember Loggerhead Park, the Juno Dunes Loggerhead natural area there that runs up along this beach right here? That's where that was the number 5. Then we went across the road of US 1 here, and this huge area that's all the way goes to the intercoastal, that is the Juno Dunes natural area as well, and that's the number 4 spot. And then down here is the, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, up this way, if you go more north on this road, that's where the Jupiter Ridge, the number 3 spot. Now this number 2 spot, the reason why I say it's number 2, it's huge. Look at this. Look at that little teeny development. Finally, more woods than houses. That's great for the animals and hiking, and long hiking trails. Some of them are 1.23 miles, and we're right here. So this one is the number 2 area of Juno Dunes natural area, and it is absolutely beautiful. Back in here on this trail, you'll have all kinds of ficus trees, fig trees, more saw palmetto scrub. It's just a beautiful area. And what I told you about earlier, right now, it's 94 degrees, and I'm covered in clothes, and you think I'd be burning up? No, I'm as cool as can be because I got wet. And one other thing about these natural areas, most places you gotta go all the way to the Keys, all the way to Everglades, all the way up north somewhere. But guess what? These areas that we're at are in like a 5 to 7 mile square area. So you can visit them all in one day. So all right, follow me along. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna fly a drone and look out here. I wanna show you one last thing. This is vast. You're out in the middle of literally nowhere, right off the highway. This is beautiful. Hiking trails go forever. And another thing I want to tell you about out here, when we send the drone up, you're going to see huge lakes out there. These are natural depressions in the ground that formed millions of years ago, probably from sinkholes. Another plant I want to show you about, guys. You see this right here? It's called the beautyberry. If you break its leaves off and crush them all up and rub them on your skin, they keep mosquitoes away. Unbelievable. So that's a little thing right there, a little tip for y'all. If you're ever getting bit by mosquitoes, just crush them up and rub it on you. And it is called the beautyberry. All right, follow me along. So we are at my favorite natural area, the number 1 natural area in Palm Beach County. I've showed you 4 so far. This is the last one. This is the best one. And the reason it's my favorite one out of all the others, this one is called Frenchmans Forest, right off of Prosperity Farms Road. Remember that, Prosperity Farms Road, Palm Beach Gardens, and it's Frenchmans Forest. And right behind me, you don't see many of these here. That's a swamp maple. This area right here is more of a forest. See that little maple leaf? That's what you see up north, not in Florida, but they actually grow down here in this forest. And I'll tell you what, look around. It's real lush. It almost looks like a jungle. And then look over here. This is great over here. Big cabbage palms. They call that a jungle canopy in Florida, meaning you can walk through that canopy and no sun hits you. This is the best spot when it's 94 degrees out. Come to Frenchmans Forest. That's why it's my favorite. The winter time is great, but in the summer, it's nice and cool back in there. And I'm gonna show y'all, so follow me along. Alrighty, so we're about to go in and I'm gonna show you this beautiful natural area. As again, I told you before, Frenchmans Forest, and it's mainly big oak trees, which weren't in the other areas. They were more scrub oak trees, really small, because it's more like a desert climate here. This is more like a real jungle, a Florida jungle. And it's the reason being, the level here, those are high sand dunes. So it's drier like a desert. This is real low and swampy. You're gonna see when we get in there. So we're gonna stay on this trail and I'm gonna show you a couple of the animals right here. In this area, pretty much what you see is the same in these areas, except for because there's intercoastal and swampy areas, there's these big blue land crabs that are really good to eat, but you can't eat them here, they're protected. So all right, let's cruise this way. So when you go back, so I gotta tell y'all, when I'm walking through here, there's no sun at all. You can hear little birds off in the background. It's like a full jungle in here. Look around. This is great. Real nice, and it's nice and cool in here. No mosquitoes, nothing. This is a really great place. I'll tell you what, if I was to come out here and you could hike this place at night, it would be real spooky. I would think I was walking along original Native American tribes that lived here. It actually feels like it when you come in here. This is probably where they lived, right here. So let's go check it out. Look at these old oak trees here. Beautiful. Hey guys, follow me along. Guess what? We just found our first gopher tortoise. Now they're a threatened species, so I'm not gonna mess with them, but we're gonna get up and show you exactly what they look like up close. And then let the little guy go peacefully on his own. Hey little feller. Look at that, that's a big one. We'll just kind of walk by, and the best thing when you see these guys, folks, kids, everybody, don't mess with him at all. He's kind of scared. He's tucking his head in the shell on his feet. His shell is his protection because obviously turtles aren't very fast. We're gonna let him go. Look at that right there. All he wants to do is get back in there, and there's some real green grass. I bet you he's gonna go eat that grass. Pretty classic. Look at him. Bye, buddy. All right. Wow, if I didn't know any better, I think this guy wants to be our friend. But hey, little buddy, you're in the wild. We're not supposed to feed you, never feed any animals. Don't bring your dogs back here because they'll probably hurt this poor little guy. But he's cool, he's just cruising along, and I don't know what he wants to do. For some reason, it's like he wants to hang out with us, but hey, Mr. Turtle, we're gonna have to walk away and let you do your natural thing and go in the woods, okay? Go in there, come on, buddy, you can do it. Go on in, go on in. Curious guy. Guess what? This is a gopher tortoise hole, and you see this sand that's real hard and white? This means there's one living here. When you see this wet sand from digging that's on this dry sand here, he's dug a hole, and I saw his little head. He was popping out. He went back in, but I don't want to bother him. But that's what they live in, and they're all over the place. I see mounds, like they're like little hills like this, and the gopher tortoise digs way deep down there. That's his little home. All right, guys, I've been to the redwood forest. I'm sorry, the Sequoia National Park out in California. This tree isn't as big, but it looks like a baby sequoia. Look how big it is. It's a giant slash pine. Look way up there. This thing's got to be over 200 years old, maybe even older. This thing was probably here when pirates and Native American Indians walked the land here. This is how it probably was hundreds of years ago, just like this. Right over there, a cypress tree, and down there, this is the water, and before this walkway was here, I believe explorers and Native Americans would hide and hike through this area. That tree right there got struck by lightning. You can see how it's split in half. These are the cypress trees. Look at these guys right here. Big ones. They're really old. To get this tall, they gotta be a couple hundred years old. And you're surrounded by them. And this is very rare. We're in Palm Beach County, like I said. We're in Palm Beach Gardens, right off of Prosperity Farms Road. There's houses all around us. And right in the middle, look at this. And look at these beautiful white flowers right here. Look at those, they just grow natural. This is just an unbelievable spot. Really picturesque, a lot of birds, a lot of animals, a lot of critters. Big cypress trees. This is definitely the #1 natural area, Frenchmans Forest. Well, this has been great. Everybody, if you like this video, please like, please subscribe, give me some thumbs up. I love doing this. I love showing you all these different adventures. And I'll tell you what, this was unbelievable. Get out there, go hike and have fun. And I will see y'all in the next adventure.